Hi, I'm Chad Groves, Conservation Specialist at PwC. Today we're going to talk about some things to check around your home, due to it being springtime and whatnot. First thing I like to talk about would be your irrigation system. It's a good thing to go around your house, check your irrigation heads, backflow devices, make sure they're working properly. A lot of times this time of year, people coming from the winter time going into the spring don't go around and check their systems. And we tend to find where customers have leaks. If you just do a quick walk around, it's easy to find leaks in your heads, your backflow devices. The faster you catch it, the more easy to be on your pocketbook. Okay, the first thing when I get out, I'll check the meter itself. On this side, you'll have your domestic meter. Basically, has the meter number on top of the lid. Also has a little decal below it says 3/4. Typically, that's your domestic meter, which services your home. If you open the meter lid, look at the numbers, you don't see any numbers moving, whatnot, or the leak detector not showing. Typically, that means there's no water flowing through the meter. On the other side here would be your irrigation meter. It also has the meter number on the lid. You can match that up with your bills or whatnot. It also has a little indicator below the meter number with the number 1 sign. Typically, your irrigation meter is going to have a number 1 sign. It's basically saying that it's basically a 1-inch meter. Same concept. If you open it up, no numbers are moving, whatnot, and the leak indicator is not showing. Typically, there's no water flowing. This is your typical backflow. If you have an irrigation system in the city limits, you're required to have one of these. Basically, with the backflow, actually, what's designed to do is keep the wastewater from going back in our system. Typically, when we come out to someone's house and find leaks at the backflow, basically what happens is the pipes are not insulated. And this brass unit right here, what happens is when it gets real cold, it'll crack. This one's actually cracked right here. So when this customer turns the irrigation on, they're gonna have a pretty bad leak right here because it's cracked right here. Way to prevent this would actually be to insulate the box really well. A good way to insulate the pipes would be just go to the local like Dollar General, Family Dollar, whatnot, grab just a noodle. It's just a piece of foam. You could take it, cut it, wrap it around this pipe right here, take some duct tape and just tape it around it. It's cheap, easy. This box actually has insulation inside of it also. Probably be a good idea to add some insulation also. Basically just gonna help you either way. If you're outside doing some watering, always make sure, double check that you make sure you turn your faucets off. A lot of times we run reports on the meters when we have leaks. It's just real small leaks, and we tend to find where people do not close their valves off at their faucets. It'd be just a little easy tip just to go back around and double check. Also, if you have small children, it'd be a good idea to go back out and check around at nighttime before you go to bed. A lot of times we find that kids are turning them on, blowing up water balloons and whatnot in spring and summertime. That can make your bill increase more than probably 50% or so, or worse. So it's always a good thing to go back by and, around your house and double check all your outside faucets this time of year. PwC has a leak detection program. It's actually where we pull data for advanced meters. We actually look at the data just to kind of compare to what you normally use this time of year. Basically, we'll check to see if you have steady consumption for 24 hours. If you do, we do the following 3 steps. We'll basically send you a postcard if it's a small level leak. A medium level leak, you'll receive a robocall. And if it's an extreme, higher leak, as far as what we value high, we'll actually send someone out to check your usage on site. Time and time again, this time of year, we tend to go out, follow up off leak reports, and we find where there's customers that actually left the faucets on and leave for the weekend, and they waste thousands and thousands of gallons of water. And that's going to be very impactful on your bill. Another tip would be go around and check, like if you got an outside swimming pool and you're filling it with a hose, always check it at nighttime to make sure you turn it off. We've been out to locations and found that the pool would actually be running over. Customer not be aware of it. They just left the hose on for more than 20 to 48 hours. And that would be a big impact on your bill if you're not very mindful. I've been around the back of people's houses and the whole backyard be flooded, all because they left the hose on with the nozzle on the top. thinking that's going to cut the water off, and it does not. It just explodes, and you have water all over your yard, and you got to pay for it. Customers may want to install rain sensors. The rain sensor actually keeps your irrigation system from coming on in the spring months. It actually save your money, especially if it's a wet spring. We offer a rain sensor program where you can get a rebate of $50. And another way to save would be just be mindful of PWC's odd and even watering schedule all year round. That can actually help you conserve water also, and money. 9 times out of 10, customers have an issue with a toilet. That is a big key factor in what we found since we started running this program. Be very mindful if you hear any kind of toilet noise whatsoever. Usually customers have issues with flappers or fill valves. So if you actually hear anything around the toilet, my best advice would be to just turn it off until you get a professional to come out and take a look at it. If you have any questions about leak detection or any questions about your irrigation system, things of that nature, just give us a call at 483-1382.